wasn't getting fat, they stopped inquiring if I'm getting sick. With this kind of weight, boy, check the doctor quick. Between me and you, I start getting scared, cause I know for certain I don't want to dead. So out of a scary concern, I check the doctor. Can't leave my voice, I will do whatever. After examination, doctor said to me, go and tell the nation why you so fatigued. You see I sleeping comfortably since I live in NP. Check out me clothes, they can't fit me. Since I live in NP, they throw me out of the family. Since I live in NP, but I still grow in my belly. Since I live in NP, so tell them no vex with me, because I live in NP. And they say I'm fat, they say I'm fat. Oh boy.
Yes, that's a very nice song there, and as you know, August is not far away. Our carnival will be in full glory around that time. In fact, they have already launched Spice Mass 2025. So you will hear calypso music, you will hear soca songs and, music in going forward. I want to welcome you to this segment in the Dynamic Hour. Again, I wish to ask kindly of those who are viewing via Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. When you share the live, your friends, your colleagues will get the opportunity to be a part of the conversation. So please share the live. And I want to start off by just doing two little promo for two organizations. And there is one, a good friend, all right, a very good friend. So let me do this here for that good friend. So Big Mitch, he has an event, a kayak event this weekend.
This Memorial Weekend Saturday, May 24th, the people of an island come together. It's a kayak affair, but all our friends are invited. Mainlanders, Pity Matnikans, and everyone. I love me homeland more than I love me woman. It's a cultural showcase at the Nazareth Hall in Brooklyn on 456 East 58th Street. Authentic kayak dishes and music from 5 p.m. featuring the very best of Kaku, Black Man.
Niceness for niceness, sweetness for sweetness.
Sexy Trina.
It's vibes in the bliss, vibes in the bliss, vibes in the bliss.
Mr. Lex.
Me love how the girl them nice, the girl them sweet, the girl them work at all.
Courage.
She give me the fuck when I finish.
Super Flying Flint.
Come to this party.
Big Mitch and more.
When you see me jamming in the place, it's fun we having.
Plus the Caribbean Insect Band. Tickets at $25. It's more at the door. For tickets, call Mitch at 347-409-6615. Keith at 347-242-1043. Or Spice Rock at 347-489-1424. Music from the International Lil B, DJ Chris, Gemini, Naughty Vibes, and Spice Rock. Memorial Saturday. An island coming together. Culture, food, music. A kayak affair.
You see me?
Yes, so Big Mitch, big up your whole self. So that event is this weekend, Memorial Weekend. So I want to encourage you to buy up your tickets and be a part of that. Big Mitch is a good friend. And then, the NDC St. George Northeast constituency branch, that's the Honorable Ron Redhead. Their cruise is coming up this weekend too.
NDC St. George Northeast presents Brilliant Colors Night Cruise. Brilliant Colors Night Cruise. Aboard the Rum Runner 2 on Saturday, the 24th of May. Music by DJ Danny and Killer Sound System.
Tell them it's master. I
$75. Food inclusive. Morning time, 7 p.m. So you can't be late. Just pure vibes and a solid bar awaits you. For more information, contact 407-3238 or 405-9710. The NDC St. George Northeast Brilliant Colors Night Cruise. You can't miss it.
Yes, you cannot miss that one, and you can go to the constituency branch office, right there in Mongay, and pick up your ticket. Again, the ticket is $75. $75. And you can also pay by the boat too. You can pick up tickets there too. So again, I want to encourage you to support. Getting into the meat of the conversation this morning, our beloved Prime Minister visited the St. Martin's Home for the Aged, and I tell you, it was really good.
Yes. Deacon Mitchell.
Hey, can I Prime Minister?
Oh, yes. I want to see if you know.
In a society often fragmented by differences in culture, political, and religious ideologies, our interactions serve as a powerful reminder that beneath the surface, we are all connected by our common humanity. As we navigate the complexities of the world around us, let us never underestimate the power of a smile, a kind word, and the power of human interaction. Let us strive to cultivate a culture of empathy by engaging with one another and creating a world where hope thrives and the power of human connection reigns supreme.
Yes, that's the most honorable Deacon Mitchell there, our beloved Prime Minister. And again, you're seeing who the individual is. He's a man of the people. He's caring. He's loving. He's kind. He's humble. He's meek. He is a person who cares about people. He wants good for people. And you can see it. He's warm. You see energy versus energy. Don't play with that. All of us, we have a certain energy that we give that people can recognize, right? Energy versus energy. So there are people who come around you and it's just negative, bad energy. You could feel it instantly. And there are people who come around you and they light up your world. They make you happy. They make you be at peace. They bring happiness, joy into your life. And you get the genuine feel. And you're seeing it on the faces of these senior citizens. They're smiling, they're happy, they're joyous, they're at peace when they see him. I remember some years ago when we had a particular individual as Prime Minister. Every time he goes to certain events and certain people see him, their day spoil. It would just spoil everything, right? But here we have a Prime Minister who is loved and who also love people, who is simple, who is humble. And for me, I am a guy who is deep with energy. I believe in that every human being has this energy that they give out, and it can connect, it can relate. It can also turn your day into chaos or misery or unhappiness. It can be good or bad, right? Because we all are spirit, meaning we have that spirit component to us. And you can connect, you can relate, right? So I really feel good seeing our beloved Prime Minister out there connecting, meeting, greeting, smiling, sitting, laughing, listening to the senior citizens and at home. It says a lot about the individual. He was brought up well. His parents brought him up well. And they need to take a bow. You're seeing that kind of, parental inner teaching in him coming out. We're seeing that on a daily basis. This gentleman is God sent. He is a blessing for Grenada, Kaku, and Petit Martinique, while in Kaku.
The state-of-the-art Cassava Press machine, which is now installed at the Bel Air Mill House, also known as the Processing Center, is capable of producing 4 to 5 tons of ground cassava per hour. This marks a significant boost in the effective and efficient production for local cassava farmers on the Sister Isles. The new press was unveiled by Benson Patrice, Senior Agriculture Officer in the Ministry of Kaku and Petit Martinique Affairs and Local Government, who explained that the installation is part of a broader initiative to empower cassava farmers, increase productivity, and preserve the island's rich cassava processing heritage.
Giving farmers an avenue whereby they can get revenue from the farm production. Farmers now will be encouraged to grow more cassava. I mean, it's a very important staple. It's really all natural. You don't have to go and buy the cereals that are loaded with chemicals when you have all natural cassava farine that you can use as cereal. And of course, the cassava flour, the cassava cakes, and other products that you can derive from cassava once this facility is available.
The increased capacity is expected to ease labor burdens, reduce processing time, and enable producers to meet growing demands both locally and regionally.
It's amazing the amount of cassava this machine can grind. As a matter of fact, this machine can produce like 4 to 5 tons of grounded cassava in 1 hour. And so that should give you an appreciation as to the amount of iron we could produce in a day using this machine. We are not going to stop with the machine. As we go along every year, we plan to introduce another part, another piece of the production line. So we have the pillar we're looking at. Of course, we have the grater, and then we are looking at the oven. So we're going to purchase a modernized oven or baking facility that will be able to convert the wet cassava pulp into the farine product.
Patrice says while the introduction of the machine is an important upgrade, the Agriculture Department will maintain the traditional method.
We are not going to move away totally from the traditional way. We're going to keep the old farine pan and the manual way of producing farine, of course, as a teaching mechanism so that school children and other people in the community who never knew of how they baked cassava to produce farine in the past, they'll learn to do it. So we're gonna operate both technologies alongside each other, and of course, to actually keep the whole farine dynamic alive in Kaku.
All farmers on the Sister Isles are given the opportunity to access the machine at the facility at a minimal cost. For MTV News, Kadisia Franklin.
Yes, so again, that's a very good piece there from MTV News. Thank you, Kadisia Franklin. But it says the people of Kaku and Petit Martinique are not forgotten, because you realize government is not treating Kaku and Petit Martinique as some stepchild or stepchildren. They're getting their fair share. In fact, this morning, just about a little after 5 a.m., I saw a post from Nimrod died. Cox, Nolan Cox. And, it caused me to comment where he posted, some photos of the market, not the market, sorry, the bus terminal. You know that area, the Hillsborough bus terminus? And he says, urgent need to repair Hillsborough bus shed. So it's a shed he's referring to, a shed there. He says, as the rainy season approaches, many residents have raised a growing concern. The urgent need to repair the roof of the bus shed at Hillsborough bus terminus. So it's a very small thing. A shed says it all. It's small, and he continues to say, this bus shed is used daily by our students, working commuters, and elderly residents. It is not just a waiting area, but a vital shelter and point of connection for our community. Unfortunately, the current state of the shed, especially the roof, offers little protection from the elements. With heavy rains expected in coming weeks and months, it is more important than ever that we address this issue. Students standing in uniforms, mothers with young children, and workers heading home should not have to wait in the rain with no cover. This is a small but meaningful community project that will make a real difference in the daily lives of many. Let's come together, whether through donations, volunteer labor, or helping spread the word and make it happen once authorization is given to proceed. Let's fix the roof, restore the shelter, and show what a united Kaku can be. So that's his post. And I, in turn, commented saying, why you can't take it as a project as NNP caretaker for Kaku and Petit Martinique and repair or rebuild the bus shed. You could do it as a political party or solicit support from friends and well-wishers to have it done. You see, it's easy to see problems, but it's hard to come up with solutions. Here is a solution. But, as usual, those NNP surrogates, goons, zygotes, and sycophants, they would attack, but I'm not perturbed by that. All I'm saying is, you see it as a problem, and that's good. You observe the problem. But you also said, let's come together. Let's volunteer. Let's donate. This is a good, small project that you can actually take up and fix. And I will be the first person to commend you and all who volunteer to get that very small project completed. Because you see, it is easy to talk. It is easy to go on Facebook or social media generally, Instagram, and post stuff. But what he has to do is to take the initiative and write to hardware stores or call them and seek donations, seek assistance. This is a shed. There's a gentleman in St. David, in Pedmotor, or at the foot of it's Gugubeli Hill. It's not Antoine Hill. Anyways, that hill going up to Mardi Gras from the Pedmotor side. But it's right on that main road there. Think that area is called Pedmotor. He did this thing on his own. Erect a bus shed or a bus stop right there. So there are citizens doing stuff. I think this individual can take the initiative. He's a senator, after all. Take the initiative and mobilize resources, organize people, and do the thing. You don't need to call on government to do it or the Honorable Tevin Andrews to do it. No, you could do it. We need to see some level of leadership on your part. So this is a good opportunity. So Kaku is not treated as any stepchild or, outside child. You realize that the NDC administration is giving Kaku its fair share, and I love it. I love to see good things at Kaku and Petit Martinique. You know, every time I hear Kaku and Petit Martinique, or I see anything about Kaku and Petit Martinique, I feature it because they are loving people. They're nice people. They're kind people. And they treat everyone with respect and with dignity. If you're hungry, you will be fed. If you're naked, you will be clothed. Right? If you're looking for a place to rest your head, somebody going to help you. The people of Kaku and Petit Martinique, they're nice people. They're genuine people. They're sincere people. They're a community who look out for one another. And that is my takeaway. So anytime I see or hear anything good, I always promote it because Kaku and Petit Martinique people are really good people.
Motorists travelling along the Grand Tang route are welcoming the government's ongoing road widening and drainage project, which addresses long-standing issues such as narrow corners and poor visibility. The project comes in response to damage caused by Hurricane Beryl in July 2024, which brought down trees and utility poles. Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Infrastructure, Kevin Blash, during a recent interview indicated that the project was designed to improve the Grand Tang Road after devastation by Beryl. Blash confirmed that the work is ongoing and includes plans to widen bridges and corridors, ultimately allowing for two-lane traffic throughout the route.
Another piece of the puzzle is to widen some of those very narrow bridges over the Grand Tang Road. To the persons who are familiar, who pass there probably once, twice a day, they would know some of those very tight bridges. For example, there is one just as you leave close to the Grand Tang Lake. There's one that you could see some of the cobalts have fell down there. There is another one close to St. Margaret's Falls. There is one very close to, just as you leave Birch Grove. And then there is another one a little bit further down in Birch Grove, close to a place where a few years ago Smoko used to have a shop. So all of these things, it makes it a little difficult for drivers, tricky for trucks and so on. So it's really that's just some of the plans we have for the Grand Tang Road in particular.
During a site visit on Monday, our news team observed work being carried out on a sharp corner between the area known as 1910 and the Grand Tang House, one of the most critical sections identified for widening. Drivers expressed their appreciation for the improvements, noting that the increased visibility and ease of access have already made travel safer and more convenient.
I think that's a wonderful project. And it's good for pedestrian, and as a matter of fact, it's better for the traffic. And I think that should have been done long, since in the NMP regime. And since this new Prime Minister coming, I think he's doing a lot of good things for the country, and I appreciate the road and stuff like this.
Now, well, I believe that the widening of the road was much needed. I think that it is very good for motorists. It makes the passageway a lot more easier to maneuver. The corners was a bit tricky to walk out as a motorist, So I don't pass this road very often, but whenever I do pass here, I have to use a little bit extra caution, But the widening of the road now, I think, is a much needed project, overdue, and I appreciate it very much.
The long-anticipated asphalting of the Grand Tang roadway in areas where the road widening and drains have completed has also commenced. The initiative is being seen as a significant step forward in enhancing infrastructure and ensuring safer travels for all road users. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Yes, thank you very much there, Troy Gill. That's a very good piece. But folks, the NNP been in power for 23 years and a half, and they never had the vision to widen the Grand Tang Road. Something as obvious, as glaring as this. In fact, they controlled the 4 seats in St. Andrew back to back, winning all 4 seats. But yet for all, not one of them saw the vision to say, let's widen the road for the motorist. They just left the thing just like that. So it took an outsider, someone who never been in the politics, to come into government and see the need to widen the road. And that reminds me of the person who sweeps that house and not recognizing that the corners are still dirty, and somebody comes from outside, a visitor, and says to the person, you need to clean that corner, that corner. In other words, when you so comfortable, when you're there too long, you start becoming complacent, and then you start losing vision. Here you have a 3-year-old government widening the Grand Itang Road. In fact, that should have been done according to that motorist. Years ago, that should have been a major project, because like it or not, that road is quite busy and used by a lot of motorists. So widening of the road is key, because there are people afraid to travel over Grand Itang because of the narrow, meandering roads and so on. It's just difficult for them to maneuver. So they go all the way on the east, Calivini, into St. David, and then into St. Andrew. I am saying this is a good project, but long overdue. And that is, again, a reason why many Grenadians are happy that 3 years ago, the election result saw the NNP out and the NDC in. Things are being done differently. People are getting the kind of assistance that they need. Everything cannot be done one lick or one shot. It will take some time, but we are getting there. We are hopeful. We are optimistic again that things will happen for our people. Let's look at what the future holds for us, according to the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell.
So, Prime Minister, let's go on to the next DM. I have this one from Princeia Isabelle. How do you see Grenada ranking in the next 5 years with regards to its Human Development Index?
We expect the Human Development Index to certainly improve. And I say this for a number of reasons. One, we are investing heavily in education. And you can look at all of the things we've done in terms of moving the education age to 18 to ensure that persons have access to education. And it's not just secondary school education, that includes vocational, technical education. Two, the Minister of Education and his team are working significantly on revamping the curricula and to create centers of excellence. These centers of excellence that are intended, one would be a marine school. We have no marine education currently in Grenada, so we are exploring the possibilities of whether part of this is in Kaku and Petit Martinique, given the history of Kaku and Petit Martinique, or two, whether it's on land here in Grenada. We will significantly invest in what is currently the T. Marisho Community College Agriculture School in Maribo. We intend to expand the furniture, and I'm going to use the word school currently, in St. Patrick to significantly invest and upgrade in those. We intend to establish a hospitality school because, as you're aware, tourism, hospitality is a major part of our education, and we do not have, except from Tamissi and Yulo, any dedicated school to hospitality. So this is something that we're keen on. The Minister of Education and his team will also be focusing significantly on improving our approach to teaching math and to improving our math scores. And this is a vital and critical part of this. And there are other aspects that we have already introduced, including, for example, teaching Grenadian history in our schools, because it's critical for our citizens to understand our history, understand where we're coming from. In relation to healthcare, we, as you know, plan to construct a new teaching hospital that is also climate smart. we have already begun to address some of the challenges we face in the healthcare sector, including at the hospital, by ensuring that the management systems in the hospital are improved. And there are a lot of simple things we have to do at the hospital to simply improve patient experience, to improve patient customer care, and to reduce some of the challenges we face in the healthcare sector. But there will have to be significant investment in personnel and HR in the healthcare sector. I've picked those two because I think they are the perhaps most critical aspects of improving Grenada's human capital index. But certainly education is critical to this. And the more we invest in education, the more we invest in our people, and the more our human capital stock will rise.
Right, so you heard it there. You heard it there from our beloved Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell. He is a visionary. He is a visionary. And if you're a Grenadian, home and abroad, you could actually believe. You could actually hope again, believe again and hope again, and be optimistic in the future of Grenada, Kaku, and Piti Matnik. You know, while he was speaking about a marine institution or institute for marine, marine work, boat building, and that kind of stuff. I remember only recently in Kaku, Tamissi visited that site, and it's their hope to do just that.
A maritime training institute will soon be established on the sister isle of Kaku as part of efforts to revamp the Six Roads campus. This announcement was made by Principal of Tamissi, Andrew Abraham, during a recent visit to Kaku. He was accompanied by a team from the main campus and staff from the Kaku campus. The Marine School will be housed at the site of the old Six Roads campus in Kaku. Highlighting the seafaring heritage of the people of the Grenadines, Mr. Abraham said the institute will welcome trainees from the Grenadine Islands, other parts of the region, and internationally.
The Marine Institute that we've been talking about for a long time, we believe that it is closer to reality than ever before. Only today, I would say, we received a first 3D rendering of what that campus would look like, which brought a lot of excitement to the team. We are confident that we would get at least the first phase started, at least in this calendar year. And I say a first phase because, as you would appreciate, a Marine Institute would require a lot of physical infrastructure, technical infrastructure, and the capacity, meaning the staff complement and so on. And so it will be a phased approach. But I believe what we've seen or what we have access to at this point, it really energizes the team that Marine Institute will become a reality, and we would be able to really serve the community of Kaku and Piti Matnik, and may I say, our community in the Grenadines, Union Island and so on, and some of the other islands, Kanawan, where students would be able to access program here, which is the current programs that we offer. We'd have facilities that we could accommodate these programs and expand. But we believe the opportunity here in Kaku for the Marine Institute is one that we're looking at seriously, and we are moving at it as expeditiously as we can. And like I said, we've seen the first rendering, the 3D rendering of what that campus would look like, and the excitement is there, and Tamissi is ready to actually put its print on Kaku again.
To ensure the project's success, Mr. Abraham emphasized the importance of a public-private partnership and issued a call for project donors and supporters.
We are looking for partners. The Ministry of Kaku and Piti Matnik Affairs is, of course, a partner. The Ministry of Education, the Government of Grenada, of course. And we are looking for any other partners that we can bring in to make this initiative a viable one for Kaku and Piti Matnik. As I said earlier, we see the opportunities that are available to us. We believe that we have a market within the Grenadines, and we could go even further afield, but we're taking it one step at a time. So we look at other institutions. For right now, Tamissi partner with the Marine Institute in Newfoundland, Canada. We have an ongoing partnership there. We believe that the resources that we have in terms of human capacity, the exchanges that are taking place between students, but we need to look at our needs, basically, and to support the sector. For example, we have a thriving fishing industry here. We now have a Ministry of the Blue Economy. Again, we believe that the opportunities that are presented to us right now, we can partner with that ministry and to build capacity in so many different areas. Fishing, boat maintenance, shipbuilding. We also know there's an initiative here in Kaku. Kaku is known for shipbuilding and boat building. that is something that we want to take and move with it. So at least that's an opportunity for us. And we are not taking these things lightly, hence the reason why we are here today. And you would see us even more often going forward as it relates to the implementation in terms of the new structure that we're looking at, and of course the temporary arrangement that we have for our administrative team, our faculty and staff, and again, for our students, current and our prospective students.
Meanwhile, in light of the impact of Hurricane Beryl on Kaku, students who are attending the Six Roads campus have been temporarily relocated to Grenada with assistance from the government. Tamissi has since secured a rental agreement for a property near the Six Roads campus where limited services will soon be offered to students.
We would like to have a physical presence here as quickly as possible. With the space that we looked at today, we believe that we have some form of physical activities in terms of our students' engagement here on island in a small way. But we are just being realistic with where we are at. Ideally, we would like to have a facility where we can house all of our Kaku students here on the island. So we are looking at September in the first phase to re-engage on the island. But once the assessment is completed, we believe realistically we may have to do another academic year. But we are not ruling out September. But what is important at this point is for us to have a physical presence on the island so our prospective students could actually meet with the campus director and the faculty or administrative team so at least they could be guided. Our current students who are requiring service, we want to be able to provide that service to our community here in Kaku and Petit Martinique. So that's what we are looking at. But realistically, we are saying we are taking it in a step-by-step or a phased approach. But we believe in a small way we would be able to have a physical presence here for the new academic year, which is 25-26.
Dr. Flo Patrice, director of the Kaku Six Roads campus, expressed excitement about the new direction for the institution and anticipates a growth in student admissions.
We are excited, very excited, staff and faculty, to move forward. So come June, hopefully June, by the beginning of June, we should be ready to start at least the administrative section, and we're going to have the registration for the new school year. We should be doing registration for the new school year up in Kaku rather than have the students go to Grenada to do that. So for the last school year, we have most of our students, not all of them, some of them could not make it, but most of them went down to Grenada housing, and they had some financial assistance from the government. We still have some students here who are waiting to begin the program. As a matter of fact, people have been asking, they've been asking us every day what new programs we have for the new school year. When we're coming back, they're ready to sign up and register. Somebody asked me what's starting in January, and January went so long. So we're quite excited and we're waiting, we're hopeful. September we are going to have most of our programs, if not all of them, most of them should be up and running in Kaku.
Yes, that's very good. You know, when I hear Kaku, I always feel excited. Kaku and Petit Martinique. So things are happening. That would be great. Boat building, teaching people how to fish, how to do stuff right there in Kaku. The yachting sector, that too is a very profitable one, a lucrative one. Teaching people about that too. And quite a number of other things, right? That institute, that would be really good. That would be really good. I want to applaud the government of Grenada and Tamissi. That's the way to go. All right? That's the way to go. So, again, the government continues to do a lot for our people, and not just here in Grenada, but in Kaku and in Petit Martinique. All right? They cannot do everything one lick, one shot, one time. It takes time, but they're going to get there. I want to remind you that we will be going to Kaku on June the 21st aboard the Osprey, June the 21st, to celebrate with the Honorable Tevin Andrews and also to have a wonderful time to see some of the things that he has been able to do with his ministry to help the people to bounce back. We know recovery takes time, but we hear all kinds of negative stuff coming from NNP. It is a good opportunity to go up to Kaku and experience it yourself, to see for yourself. So when we go up to Kaku, and we're going to leave here pretty early in the morning, I think it's about 8 o'clock. We're going to go up to Karaku, or maybe a little earlier than that. You never know. We're going to go up to Karaku, and we're going to spend the day into night. So we're going to go around the island in a motorcade fashion, right? So we're going to go and sightsee, see some of the things that are happening in Karaku that the government has been able to do, that the most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team were able to accomplish post-burial. And after that, we're going to be at the Paradise Beach area, one of the best beaches in the world. You're going to get a chance to bathe, get a chance to eat, drink, party, because music will be provided. You have drinks, you have food on sale. I mean, the vibes will be nice all day into night. And then we're going to leave Karaku at about 10 p.m. or a little later, all right, around there, and travel back down to Grenada. Travel back down to Grenada. So again, it's on June 21st. So buy your tickets up. It's $100. Buy your tickets up, and tickets are going really good. All right. So I want to encourage you to buy your tickets. You might be in a group, you might be a family, you might be just friends, and you want to go up to Karaku to experience it, to see it after Hurricane Beryl. It's a good opportunity to go back up or to go for the first time. So again, it's on June the 21st, Saturday, June the 21st, Saturday, June the 21st. We're going up to Karaku with the Osprey, and it's our hope that we can go with the 2 Ospreys, because that is really the agreement, going with the 2 Ospreys up to Karaku. So again, we have tickets, enough tickets to fool the both Ospreys. So I want to urge you, it's $100, $100. You don't have to pay $200 or $180, it's $100. You can go up with your friends, you can go up with your colleagues. I mean, it will be a wonderful time. And if you don't want to partake in some of the things that we are doing, you can just go wherever you want. You are free to do so. All right? So, remember, it is Saturday, the 21st day of June. I have tickets at Ricky's Bar in St. George's, the bar that I'm normally at on Hillsborough Street. So you have Grenville Street where Hankey's computer is. If you come down, then it's Hillsborough Street, that street. And on your right side, that's where Ricky's Bar is. But if you're coming up, you come from Halifax Street or Melville Street, then Halifax Street, where the old NCB Bank used to be. And then you have Foodland right there, Foodland Supermarket. Then you have the market, and you go up that street. So on your left-hand side, you would find Ricky's Bar. It's not hard. Everybody knows Ricky Moultrie in St. George's. So if you want a ticket, you can purchase it there. It is available there. A number of people called me and asked me to leave tickets for them and hold it for them. I'm holding it. There are a number of people in St. Andrew who told me, well, drop it off. I went up to St. Andrew, and to be honest with you, I ended up at this happy hour that Lennox, the Honorable Lennox Andrews and his team organized, and so I stopped off on my way up. I link up with a number of people, but for some, I was not able to reach them. So don't worry, I have your tickets for you. And if you're listening to me and you want your tickets, I have tickets. We have tickets. It will be a really good opportunity for you to go up with friends, for you to go up with whoever. You could go up alone. But the fun part is if you have a group, if you have friends, if you have family members, if you have, some colleagues, and you say, we're going up. We're going up in Karaku and enjoy ourselves. It's a day. You go up in the morning and you come down during the night. All right? You can come with your bathing suit, swim suit, whatever. Your whatever, right? And you can bathe on the beach. You can drink. There'll be a lot of drinks on sale, all type of drinks. Barrel Jack, 64, Schaefer, American Milwaukee, Carib, Stag, Heineken from Holland, or Heineken, all the normal drinks. You're going to get that there. Malt, water, juice, whatever. Non-alcoholic stuff. You're going to get it there. And then you're going to get good food from Kaku, all on sale. And then we're going to have nice music. DJs will be playing. I mean, the vibe's going to be nice. All right? The vibe's going to be nice. You're going to have a chance to bathe if you want to, go around the island if you want to, visit friends if you want to. I mean, it's all free. All right? It's all free. You could free up. So I'm again saying to you, we have tickets. Link me up, message me, let me know. Speak to your friends, organize. Let's go up to Kaku on June the 21st. And on Saturday next week, not this Saturday, on Saturday next week, we're in New York. The 31st of May. Saturday, the 31st of May. We're in New York. All right? And you know where the event would be. 618 East 87th Street, the backyard. Everybody knows the backyard. All right? And it will be a wonderful vibes there. Music, food, drinks. It will be a wonderful vibes. All proceeds go towards the construction of the radio station and studio. All right? Radio station and studio. We've already gotten the land. We've already excavated. We've already bought a number of materials towards the construction. I mean, a lot has happened since then. But, you know, labor and those things, it cost money. So everything is towards that. So if you have not yet gotten your tickets, Pam, my good friend Pam, she has tickets. Rockin' J, he has tickets. Glenroy Bettel has tickets. Norma Joseph has tickets. Tweet has tickets. Real Mitch has tickets. My aunt Catherine Peters has tickets. I mean, and there are other people who have tickets. So tickets are available. $40, a donation of $40. You can pick up a ticket. And if you message me, you WhatsApp me, I will then send you the number. Any one of them will get the tickets to you. If you want to also buy the tickets via Zelle, so you can message me, you can buy the tickets, I'll take your information. When you get to the door, then you're presented with the ticket. So you don't have to meet them. You can Zelle the money in advance, and when you come to the event, then you have entrance to the event. I can just provide you with the Zelle number, the name of the person and the Zelle number. All right? So that's not hard. So if you're out there and you want that, you can go that route. But this weekend, Memorial Weekend, Big Mitch, my good partner, Big Mitch, he's having an event out there in Nazareth Hall. Big Mitch has a kayak affair, but it's for everybody. All right? So don't forget that this weekend.
This Memorial Weekend Saturday, May 24th, the people of an island come together. It's a kayak affair, but all our friends are invited. Mainlanders, Pitty-Matnikans, and everyone. I love me homeland more than I love me woman. It's a cultural showcase at the Nazareth Hall in Brooklyn on 456 East 58th Street. Authentic kayak dishes and music from 5 p.m. featuring the very best of Kaku. Black man.
Niceness for niceness, sweetness for sweetness.
Sexy Trina.
It's vibes in the blitz, vibes in the blitz, vibes in the blitz.
Mr. Lex.
Me love how the girl them nice, the girl them sweet, the girl them work at all.
Courage.
She give me the fun when I finish.
Super Flying Flint.
Come to this party.
Big Mitch and more.
When you see me jamming in the place, it's fun we having.
Plus the Caribbean Insect Band. Tickets at $25. It's more at the door. For tickets, call Mitch at 347-409-6615. Keith at 347-242-1043. Or Spice Rock at 347-4 089-1424. Music from the International Lil B, DJ Chris, Gemini, Naughty Vibes, and Spice Rock. Memorial Saturday, an island coming together. Culture, food, music. A Kayak Affair.
You see me? Yes. So don't forget that. That's this weekend. That's Memorial Weekend. And St. George Southeast. That's the Honorable Philip Tellisford. And thank you to it there for sending that for me. They have the usual breakfast. That breakfast would be on the 31st day of, so that's next Saturday too, here in Grenada at Parade, close to the office. They're at Parade. And you know, the usual saltfish sauce, fish cake, baked chicken, sausages, eggs, roast bakes, fried bakes, beverages, cocoa tea, local juice, tiny log. All right, it's going on there. They start at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. at Parade. The Honorable Philip Tellisford and his team near the NDC office there. Go out and support them. All right. So quite a bit is happening. Quite a bit is happening. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back with you tonight again, starting from